So it's been a hot second since we did a raw real rant, but I feel like we have to clarify a couple of things here. Now, in the comment section, I generally like nothing gets me too fired up. I never get too high, never get too low about things but there's been quite a few of them. Is like, why the hypocrisy, bro? Why you all of a sudden in on Justin Jefferson? I mean, you didn't like the fit, pre-draft, all that other stuff. Where? Okay, I mean, that's fair. And I said my piece before the draft. I didn't think that Justin Jefferson, given the skill set of Adam Thielen, necessarily mesh with what the Vikings want to do, but have come around. Like, if the plan all along was to kick Adam Thielen on the outside more and more, it's a great plan. I think it certainly could work if the Vikings cater to what Justin Jefferson does well and don't try to squeeze him into a box and be like, hey, we need you to replace Stephon Diggs. We need you to play outside. We need you to make explosive plays downfield. We need you to get off press man coverage. We need you to do all of that stuff right meow. Right meow. I mean, if that happens, you're going to have a bad time. And yeah, I was fully on Jalen Reagor because I thought that he was a Stephon Diggs clone. I thought that he brought an explosive element to the Vikings. I thought he was an amazing deep threat. I think he got unfairly knocked his final year at TCU because they had horrible horse poop quarterback play. And yeah, I was fully in on Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. And guess what? So were the Eagles, right? As well as I really like Brandon Ayuk just because of what they can do with the ball in space and this West Coast rhythm timing offense. If you're able to hit a slant with one of those two guys, that could turn it into a touchdown. So that's why I really like Reagor. That's why I really like Brandon Ayuk. But they got Justin Jefferson, and I'm fully in on Justin Jefferson now. I'm not going to sit here and be a baby back biatch because they didn't pick the specific player that I really liked, and they picked the player that supremely talented. I mean, you don't catch 111 balls, 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns in the big bad SEC by being a jabroni. Like, that doesn't happen at all. I didn't understand it at the time, but now as more information comes out, as this starts to make a little bit more sense, I'm fully all in. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and whine just because they didn't pick my guy, so I'm either consciously, subconsciously, overtly, or discreetly rooting against him because I secretly want this guy to fail just so I'm right, so I want my team to suffer because of it. That's baloney. That is absolutely just a terrible narcissistic tack to take. It really is. And we've seen that before, by the way. I mean, some people may accuse me as like, you didn't agree with Kirk Cousins signing, so you want him to fail. You give him a hard time all the time. I mean, yeah, I absolutely do give Kirk Cousins a hard time all the time. But, hey, that's because I want him to be great. I want him to earn every single dollar that he got on the contract and the extension. I want him to step up, be the franchise quarterback that my team hasn't really had, whether by deficiency or through injury, all that other stuff, right? So if Kirk Cousins wins a Super Bowl, it's like, I'm so embarrassed. Kirk Cousins lived up to his contract, played amazingly, and won a Super Bowl. I'm egg all over my face. Yeah, whereas there's certainly some fans out there who are actively rooting against Teddy Bridgewater to fail, right? Like, fans are very fickle, right? So people will be like, I told you about Laquan Treadwell 2016. Ooh, we didn't need Fuller. We didn't need Doxson. Well, I guess we didn't need Doxson. We didn't need Michael Thomas at all. I mean, he's a product of the system at Ohio State. Ooh, give me some Treadwell. I mean, if that ankle's fully healed up, ready to go. And those are the same fans who booed the absolute living poop out of Treadwell. 1 catch, 15 yards, rookie year. Come on. Shoot. I mean, that whole thing. And the same fans that are saying it's like, all the national mocks really like Justin Jefferson. Yeah, as well they should. National mocks, team neutral big boards. Absolutely love Justin Jefferson. I thought Justin Jefferson would have been a perfect fit in Philadelphia. I thought Jalen Reagor would have been a perfect fit here, right? But it didn't work out that way. They saw it differently. The same fans who are like that will be the ones that bury Justin Jefferson when he has 44 catches, 610 yards, and 3 touchdowns his rookie year. There's like, this Stephon Diggs getting 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns in Buffalo. They're completely different players. I mean, they're similar in the fact that they both are listed as WR on the roster. That's really about it. Stephon Diggs is an explosive, amazing, outside the numbers, peak route running, getting separation, deep threat, home run hitter. And Justin Jefferson, amazing route runner, plays better on the inside than the outside. We saw that in 2018 versus 2019, and will be a really phenomenal over the middle, intermediate route runner, and is going to be a Kirk Cousins' best friend in the middle of the field, sitting down in zone. That's exactly what he's going to be. But he's much more Jarvis Landry than he is going to be Stephon Diggs. And I'm very much cautioning fans like, hey, if you expect 18 to replace 14, you're going to be in for a bad time because it's not going to happen. Justin Jefferson, let that kid live. Let him. It's sort of a microcosm of the Troy Williamson, Randy Moss scenario. Troy Williamson was never going to be Randy Moss. Troy Williamson was bad in the first place, but say Troy Williamson had turned into like a diet Jarvis Landry. I mean, stylistically it doesn't make sense, but go with it here. So say that the Vikings replaced Randy Moss with the Jarvis Landry, and he had a great career, a great couple years here in Minnesota. Maybe eventually he was traded or signed somewhere else, nice little free agent deal. Fans would call that a failure, even though that would have been a damn success in a vacuum. But context is important here. That's why I feel like fans do need to treat Justin Jefferson less in context and more in a vacuum because he deserves that. He does not deserve to be compared to Stephon Diggs or, oh, they could have traded for OBJ. There's truth to all rumors, as I just burped there. Yeah, that whole thing. So Justin Jefferson, I'm all in. I certainly looked on the bright side. I think that if they cater to his specific skill set, I think that he could be a phenomenal receiver here for the Vikings. I mean, Adam Thielen is going to be there working on his ass. Same thing with Chris Carter. Of course, Chris Carter was fully on the Laquan Treadwell too. People forget that. But I mean, could we just look on the bright side? Because that's how I always try to do. It's like, I'm not going to be the guy. It's like, oh, they didn't draft my guy, so I hope that he fails and I hope that my team fails so that I look good. Please, that's not the point of this. But, so that's just me venting. That's a raw, real rant plus a burp. I should stop picking titles that have lots of R's in it because of my heritage. But your thoughts, let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Pull us up on the Venmo. Plus give us a follow on social media as well. Until next time, Skull, production value.